Hey, what's up guys, it's Risky here. Welcome back to another Call of the Wild video on my channel here today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the survey that the Hunter Call of the Wild posted on their Twitter about 2 days ago. If you haven't already taken this survey, then please be sure to do it so we can hopefully get some good improvements and changes to the duck hunting in Call of the Wild, because the way it is right now, it definitely isn't that great. In the survey, they asked multiple questions about some very important topics about the duck hunting in Call of the Wild and the way it is, and things that they could potentially improve on with a near future update. As we all know, the duck hunting is not very good in the game right now. Whether you're hunting the mallards, the harlequins, the cinnamon teal, any of those species, it's all pretty bad, and it's really boring and it's not very in-depth. So what are some of the changes and improvements I would like to see for ducks? Well, first of all, I would like to see the speed of the ducks increased. As of right now, the ducks fly very slowly and it's not a challenge to hit them with birdshot. In the Hunter Classic, the ducks fly much faster, and the challenge of hitting a very fast moving target would make the experience a lot more fun. Unless you're a potato at aiming, then I'm sure you might not like this change. But I think for the overall enjoyment of a majority of players, the increased movement speed would be a great improvement. If we had more callers to use while hunting, it would add a lot more options to the duck hunting. Another example from the Hunter Classic, in that game there is long range callers, short range callers, and many other call options for the different duck species. In Call of the Wild, we only have one caller for all of the duck species, and it just gets boring and repetitive having to use the same caller for the same species. Not very realistic, and it just seems very lazy on the devs part that they didn't go out of their way to create a new caller for every single species. They were just like, nah, we're gonna keep it the same one and you're gonna use it for all of them, even though every single duck species in the game sounds very different from each other. Now, in this survey, I don't recall any questions talking about ducks. I tried going back over the survey and doing it again, but it just doesn't let you. It says you've already taken the survey. I wanted to go back and kind of look back at it and make sure I didn't miss anything, but from what I'm aware of, there was no questions talking about dogs. In my opinion, dogs wouldn't be necessary in Call of the Wild since the ducks just float to you anyways. I know dogs are a very high demand for something we need in Call of the Wild, but the way the game is right now, there's nothing that dogs would serve a purpose for. Rabbits are very easy to find. There's no pheasants to, point out. Ducks float to you, so they're just useless. If they got rid of the floating system and added dogs to actually retrieve the ducks for you, then it would be great. But until then, I feel like dogs are just pointless. Another improvement I would like to see is just to completely get rid of need zones for the duck species. I'm going to be making an example of the Hunter Classic again, just because the duck hunting in that game is so much better. In Classic, the ducks fly in at random times in random flock sizes. Sometimes you might have a flock of 15 ducks flying over, but only 6 of them might break away and come into your decoys. If they completely randomize the spawn time and flock sizes of the ducks in Call of the Wild, I feel like you wouldn't have to depend on zones, and you also wouldn't know what you're gonna get. It would be like a surprise every time you loaded up your game. Because in the game right now, if you set the time to a proper need zone, then you will typically see the exact same flock of ducks there every time until you kill them. For other animals in the game, I feel that need zones aren't that bad, but for ducks, I think it would be much more fun if the spawns were random. That pretty much sums up the main changes I wanted to talk about. I'll get into other topics like shotgun chokes and stuff in another video, but for now, that's pretty much it. So what are some changes and improvements you guys would like to see? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.